Right. Yeah, this is a Patreon request from Winnie, Win. Um, and the band played Waltzing Matilda, the Pogues. Now, this is a weird one because I know this song, but Win put that this is about the Australian experience in the First World War, which I didn't know that. I kind of know this tune, but this is never. This was not a Pogues tune that I really kind of killed. So I never like or really, do you know what I mean? Really kind of looked into. So this is again, this is going to be a weird one because it's going to be a song that I do know, but kind of completely reassessing my understanding of it at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, let's go.
When I was a young man, I carried my pack, and I lived the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I was my Matilda all over. When in 1915 my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, 'cause there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as we sailed away from the Cape. And amidst all the tears and the shouts and the cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. And those who were living did their best to survive in that mad world of death, blood and fire. And for 7 long weeks I kept myself alive, and all the corpses around me piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me earth over twice, and when I awoke in my hospital bed and saw what it had done, Christ, I wished I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. I'm all around the wall, St. Matilda, to the green bushes so far and near, for the hands and pegs and money's both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. And now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade past the front. I see my old comrades proudly they march, reliving the dreams of past glory. I see the old man all twisted and torn, the forgotten heroes of a forgotten war. When the young people ask me what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But year after year, their numbers get fewer, so they go on, will march their toll. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, oh, go waltzing Matilda with me. Good night.
Yeah, because when he said that's a cover as well, which is very strange because it actually sounds like a kind of Shane McGowan penned tune. Do you know what I mean? Like he has that kind of, like Nick Cave said about him, he's one of the real songwriters, one of the true songwriters that respects the art form and a real lyricist. But yeah, there were some great lines in that. That last verse I think really hits. They're all living in past glories. Yeah, that last verse. In fact, let's go back a bit for that last verse.
Right past the front, I see my old comrades are proudly they march. We're living the dreams of past glory. I see the old man all twisted and torn, the forgotten heroes of a forgotten war. When the young people ask me what are they marching for, and I ask myself the same.
That line is just great.
When the young people ask me what are they marching for, and I ask myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah, but then that's what I mean. It's like that didn't. It's yeah. You see the effects of that war, which really that war led to the second. Which do you know what I mean? But you see it in our country too. You see like a lot of the well, you watch Peaky Blinders, watch the series Peaky Blinders, and it's that same generation, the generation that come back from the war. Was it that when the woman says about Tommy that Tommy used to laugh and that, and like Tommy was a sweet boy, and he said, but that boy never come back from the war, and Tommy says no one came back from the war. Like it, and like again, you see like in like Peaky Blinders. That's why Peaky Blinders is so great because it really captures that kind of after the war brutality. To be honest, you've got a group of young men that have been taught how to kill and how to fight and how to witness their friends dying and do you know what I mean, and kind of like survive it. You bred a you, and then you throw them back into a society where do you know what I mean? And you think this is way before your PTSDs and which do you know what I mean? They all suffer from, and you see that in that with Tommy Shelby, how he suffers from it. But yeah, that's a great tune, and hearing it kind of like I say, I knew the song because my mate went. My mate, well, his dad's Irish, but he's born like he grew up over here, like, but he thinks he's Irish, which I suppose he is half. But do you know what I mean? He's English. He grew up here. But anyway, he went to Ireland to see his family, and that's yeah. He brought me back a Pogues best of. It was a best of one side, and the second CD was a live. The live was terrible. It was older Shane McGowan, and he wasn't even trying to say the words. But yeah, I remember this song, but like, just never kind of really. I also never thought like, because I've always just thought this was a Shane McGowan song because it's like I say, it sounds very Shane McGowan. It sounds like his what was this, the Green Canteen or something like. There was some little kind of like multi rhyme kind of. I was thinking, yeah, it was very kind of Shane McGowan, like poetical. But the band's also fire as well. They really like kind of created the a somber military type of vibe with especially with the boom, like the bass drum in the background. Yeah, that was fire. That was fire. The young men asked me what are they marching for, and I asked myself the same question. Because yeah, again, it's to say you see it in that in Peaky Blinders how people threw their medals away because they come back and was kind of forgotten about by the country that they just, do you know what I mean, gave their souls to defend, and then they come back and got nothing for it. But yeah, yeah, and that kind of is funny as well that he says the forgotten heroes. Like you think of there's so many men that did things in battles that you just never know about. And like I say, when with the First World War, especially because it gets kind of so overshadowed by the second. Like the second is kind of what is more talked about than the first. But yeah, yeah. But then, like I say, there is like when you watch it in Peaky Blinders, how if you didn't fight for your country, you was just not respected. Tommy says it to the Irish policeman, doesn't he? The Irish policeman didn't go and fight, and when they first meet up in public, the policeman says to Tommy, "You understand if I don't shake your hand right at the end of their meeting?" And Tommy stands up straight into his suit and he's like, "Now, why would I shake the hand of a man that didn't fight for his country?" And he just walks off. But you see that, like, yeah, in a way, I do think that that kind of hardship that the men faced fighting, but then also the women faced holding a country together. Like, I do think that kind of created a closeness and a community that doesn't exist anymore. Right? Yeah. But yeah, like I say, you see all the crime that come out of that time, and it's like, well, what do you expect? You taught a whole generation of young men how to kill their enemy, like Tommy Shelby says as well. Um, he said, I learned a few things fighting in France. One is that you attack when your enemy's weak. You basically, that's what I mean. You basically made weapons out of generations of men, a young generation of young men, and wondered why that they all come back and was vicious criminals. Do you know what I mean? But such is life. But yeah, that was a great tune, and actually now one of my favorite Pogue song. Now I kind of understand the backstory to it. But yeah, anyway, that's the reaction. Sweet.